Hello buddies, so in this video we are going to see about it's a short video about the side effect in Jetpack Compose. So side effect is the actions or items which we are handling outside of the compose layout, compose actions, compose scope. Okay, compose scope is called the side effect. So its side effect is kind of like toast messages, logs. So other than UI items which we are doing in the inside the compose, those are all side effects. Okay. Any one-time API calls, so all those things. So how to handle the side effects in Jetpack Compose? So we have a few items, few elements to handle side effects inside Jetpack Compose. It's like composables. Okay. We have launch effects, disposable effects, side effects, product state, and remember update state. Okay. Uh, Now we will go to one by one, and I'll explain what is the use of each different one and how we can use that one and where we can use the each items. Okay, so launch effect first of all. So launch effect is we can it is a one time triggering point. It's a one time trigger, so whatever inside the launch effect code we can write. It's I'm just for example, I'm writing toast message. You can write log or you can write any API call like that, but this is a suspenseful function, so you can call it like that. So this one will work based on the key. Okay, so you can add multiple keys also. The thing is, key is a variable or any kind of variable, any value. Okay, so if I am having any variables context, I will give this context also. That is a any, so I can give the context. But when first time it will load actually, but if the same key happened again when recompiling the Jetpack Compose, it won't load. It will be hit only one time per value. Okay, if yeah, it will load based on the value. So this is a compose. So I'm having this is a context string. Let's assume this is a context string. First it is recompiling in the first time, the toast will show pop up. Either same thing, we are changing some other values or it is recompiling again, same context is there, means it won't show the toast because it is only one time per key. That's why it's key only one time per value, you can assume like that. Next time if you want to trigger this one, the value need to be changed somehow the value need to be changed. That is launch effect. Disposable effect is like life cycle oriented effects. Okay, we have to pass the life cycle owner, so you can take life cycle owner like this. Inside you based on this we can use this one for any service, so registering service, unregistering service, or broadcast receiver, sending broadcast, receiving broadcast. And once the life cycle is disposed, what we have to do, remove the life cycle observer. So these are the things we can do inside disposable, like it's a life cycle oriented effects. So on dispose we have to remove the observable from the life cycle. So it's like one activity to another activity which we are going like that, means we have to remove those things from this activity. Like so that's how this will work. This is uh, life cycle oriented. So side effect, is like non-suspenseful function, so you can use any function, anything normal item you can use inside this suspenseful side effect. It's like log, you can use toast, or you can use anything. Okay, that is this is just normal, or whatever you are using inside there, you can use it over here. That is side effect. This is related to launch effect, but launch effect is different because of this keys. This will one key, one time value per key. Okay, only one time per value, but this is not like that. Each time it recomposes, the side effect will hit, the side effect will work, the whatever the code inside the side effect, it is like normal recomposable. Okay, then next one is product state. So product state is kind of value which will be a initial trigger. Okay, so this example, just leave these two things, just only see this is the only, just see the only this thing. So if I am using this user data over here, this is the initial call. It will call only once, it's the initial time, initial call only, so it won't call next time. Okay, first time it will load data. This is suspend function only, so we have to I have a suspend function over here. So we have to call the suspend function. From the suspend function we are updating the value of this So the last value will be the value will be the user data value. Okay, so user data we are updating. So in case you want to trigger once more again, you want to update the value once again in the sense, so that time this need to come inside. So you have to add something like trigger fetch or trigger call like that, and you have to change the value of the trigger call whenever we are clicking the button or whenever you want to refresh it. So this is additional. The basic work is it will call only once per item. You can directly take the product state in the variable. Okay, it's like kind of remember state. It will call when every time it is initial first time it will compiling. Okay, it won't call recompiling when the compose is recomposing. Okay, got it. Okay, so then another one is remember state. So the difference, the remember state is like normal like remember, but the difference is if we are changing the remember value, the whole the compose will be recompose. Okay, but when we are changing this value and we are assigning this value to this using the remember update state value. Okay, so it is little bit complicated to understand. Just let me explain. So I am creating a counter. I am assigning the counter as a updated state to this current counter. Okay, and I am click the button. When I am clicking the button, so this, just assume this is an API call. Okay, so this API call is, this is in an API call, but this counter will already count plus plus. Okay, when it is count plus plus, after the API call I am printing the value. If instead of this current counter, if it is a counter means if it is a counter in the sense counter dot value in the sense, it will give the old value of the counter, not the new value of the counter. But at the same time, if I plus this one, if this one means it will give the latest value of the counter, not the last value of the counter, because it is delaying, it is changing, but it will take time to update. It will take the recomposition time to update the counter value, but this won't be like that to print that one. So this won't be like that. So whenever we are changing the counter, it is updating over here, so you have to, it will update automatically in the values. So the major point is like so when what happened when the recompiler or recompose, the UI is recomposing. Okay, when the UI is recomposing the variable, so particular variable we are changing, right? Say if I am changing the counter means which text view, which compose element are using this variable, those layouts only will recompile. Okay, so here if I am using instead of this one, if I am using this one, it won't recompose because it will automatically update the value. If I am using this one in text view, the text view won't recompose because I am using this one, I am not using counter, right? If I am using counter, it will recompose. If I am using this one, it won't recompose. But whenever, even though it will when I am changing this, it recompose will happen until this one. After this one, there is no item to recompose. Okay, so it won't, logically it won't have anything to change. Okay, yeah, so this is how the side effect in Jetpack Compose. I hope you got it's a short video. I think you guys understand. Yeah, okay, thank you, bye.